Hi, this is Scott with Only Factory Direct, and I'm here today to talk to you about the Mackie MR8MK2 studio monitors. Now, Mackie has been making really great products for years, and when it comes to studio monitors, they've been making some of the best monitors on the market. They really make a great quality product, and the price is great for what you're getting. You're getting a really high quality professional studio grade monitor, and they have some really great functions and features, which I'm going to kind of just give you a quick overview of that. These are high-resolution powered studio reference monitors, and what I mean by that is, a lot of times people say, you know, hey, I'm doing some mixing at home. I got a live band, or I got a little studio, or I've got some sort of a DJ setup at home, and I'm trying to like mix, you know. Now, for just live performance, things like that, you want a PA style speaker. That's what you need for that type of scenario. But for recording, for anything that you're going to be putting onto a CD, or you're making MP3s, I doubt anybody's making cassettes or 8-tracks anymore, but you never know. But if you're making records, you're making music in that manner, you're producing music, you need a reference monitor that's going to be really true to the sound of each instrument. And what I mean by that is, if you're layering drums, you're layering keyboards, you have bass guitar, you have vocals, multi-layers of a lot of those instruments too sometimes. You'll have several guitar parts, several vocal parts, and things like that. When you layer all those out in a sound field, you have this spectrum, this 360-degree spectrum of sound that you really want every instrument to lay in its proper place in the mix, and you want everything to have a really true sound. So when you hook a mic up and you plug it into your mixer and you put it in front of your guitar amp, you want to get as close to that real sound that you have coming out of that amp as possible. And with cheap little monitor speakers that you would normally get for your computer, or small inexpensive PA speakers or home stereo speakers or anything like that, if you're using that to monitor that type of recording input, it's not going to be a true sound. You're not going to get the real nuances and the warmth and the depth of the instrumentation that you're actually miking and trying to record and reproduce on a recording. So you need a really good quality studio reference monitor. And you know, the MR8MK2 is really at the top of its class. It's really a great sounding monitor. These are you know, high output 8-inch studio speakers. They've got a Class AB amplifier in it, so it's a really good quality amplification. Has a lo-fi low pass filter and a high pass filter functionality on it, and I'll flip it around the back here and show you a couple of the things. You have XLR, TRS, and RCA input connectivity. These are also magnetically shielded, so you can have them next to your computer or a monitor without causing any issues. A lot of times, cheaper speakers, when you put them next to your monitor, you get little squiggly lines and all kinds of crazy stuff going on, and that's because they're not properly shielded. These are, so that gives you the safety and confidence that you can put them next to your computer or monitor without any issues. So, just to kind of give you a quick little overview, I don't like to do a lot of live sound stuff on video because it really doesn't project the reality of what these really sound like. It's really hard to reproduce audio off of a little small camcorder microphone. But I'm going to just give you a kind of a quick little sampling of these because they really sound great. And it does have an input level on the back, so you can raise and lower that. You probably can't tell again through the video, but what I notice about these speakers is they have a really nice crisp high without being too crispy or too tinny or anything like that. They have a really nice clarity to the highs and to the mids, and the bass is punchy and warm, very warm, low end and mid-range sound, not too muddy or anything like that. That's a big problem that you see a lot of times with monitoring. You know, people want to get a lot of bass going, especially if you do like hip hop or rap music, or if you do like really low down-tuned heavy metal music. That stuff gets so muddy in a mix unless you've got a reference speaker that can really reproduce those low frequencies with a lot of clarity, and the MR8 really does that. So let me flip around the back real quick and show you what it's got on the back side. And okay, so taking a quick look at the back side of the MR8MK2, you'll see that we've got a nice big port Down at the bottom here, this is for extra bass projection, for you know, a little bit more low-end projection and that type of thing. So it's got a really nice little ported rear end here. You've got some ventilation here for the amplifier, so you don't get it too hot. As far as inputs go, we've got an RCA unbalanced input. We've got a balanced TRS 1/4 inch, and then we have a balanced XLR input as well. Then, as I mentioned before, you have a high frequency filter and a low frequency filter here, so you have a couple of different, 3 different settings for each of those. And then you have an input selector, input volume control rather, and this is going to change the level of input, so you can kind of set how loud you want your input signal to be to the monitors, and then raise and lower it with your mixing board. And then you got your power plug, and then your on-off switch. So really basic, really easy setup. You know, you just plug into whatever your interface is, directly out into this with whatever connection you need, and you're live and wired, ready to go. So check it out. It's the MR8 Mark II monitor speakers from Mackie at onlyfactorydirect.com.